50. 50. Yes, we have arrived. It's 50. Wow. IYV ILS Ocean Blue. I want to show you something that I'm not sure I did before. First, I want to show you that. I installed vents and pickups, which I remember saying, and I specifically bought these white ones because when I first saw the guitar, I knew I wanted to do this. So I didn't have to do any of this, but I planned it in advance of the guitar arriving. I put them in, I used the splits, I put in the Fralin resistors, I kept tone knobs, I put in bleed circuits, and it turned out exactly as I expected. However, what I didn't expect was that when it came with its original pickups in this, they sounded pretty good, and I thought, I think these sound better than the ones that came in the emerald green version of this. Now let me tell you something about that. When the emerald green came out, I really hated the color. I know I bought one, but it took a long time, and I knew at some point that the blue ones existed because I had investigated IYV. I went onto their website through eBay, and I found out there was an ocean blue. I tried to contact them repeatedly through the email contact that they had there. No reply. I was trying to figure out how can I order one of these and have it shipped, even if I had to pay that extra shipping. Well, since there was no reply, and the green ones were the only ones that we had here. I don't know if there was any in the United States that were different, but we only had the green ones here, and they were becoming scarce, and there were the last one or two available on Amazon new, and I found one that was a return, and I bought that one. And then what happened? Sometime after all that rework, and I didn't change the pickups in the green one because I thought they were good, but the ones in the ocean blue, to my ear, sounded a little bit better. I kept them out of here to eventually transfer them to the green one, and I haven't done that yet. I'm still saving them. So I saw the blue come up on Amazon sometime later, and I'm going, that's the ticket. So I jumped on the blue, planned it, ordered these Vance in 57s in white because I had used a couple of them with the covers on some other guitars, like the Gold Tops, I think. So I planned to make this white with blue. That's what I wanted. That's what I got. Here it is, still as I finished it, with a change of the tuners as well, the locking tuners. I took it out of the bag and it was almost in tune. It was almost in tune. Well, I knew that I was going to do the tuners because the tuners on the green one were a little bit wonky, and I had planned on putting these on anyway, no matter what came on here. So I planned on doing that as well. So I had everything, up in there. And I'm happy that it turned out the way it did. So I did put the push-pulls in here. Yep. They all work fine. And these clear pick guards, there was a point in time on AliExpress where I could buy those directly from some seller, and they're made by Fleor, and they were like $7 Canadian. So I bought a few of them, see what they were like. They came and I thought, those are pretty good. I had to, on some guitars, maybe make a little adjustment and, you know, file back a corner or something because of the pickup rings and placements and stuff like that. But I like them because I like that they show everything through there. It's not blocking out the view of the grain of the flame. So I bought some more, and I bought some more. So I've got a number of guitars with these on them now, and then all of a sudden they became unavailable. And on the Fleor store, they're now selling those again, but they want like $16 a piece for them. So yeah, I think my days of clear are gone. Anywho, the nut on this I had to do, and that turned out good. No fret end sprout. Smoothness of my fret job and everything are still good. If I had my druthers and I was able to go back in time, I probably would do a little bit of a fall away here. And I think if I ever get any more Les Pauls, I'm probably going to end up doing that on all of them as a default going forward. Because in order to get the action that I like really, really low, some of these need to be fallen away. Lower frets here than there, so that I can get really low action up here and they don't buzz. This is pretty good. It's at 4/64, 3.5 64ths. I've got a couple that I was able to get 3/64ths on. No kidding. And those guitars, that's like you hardly even have to touch the, you know, the strings with any kind of force to fret the note. But anyway, this one is still pretty good. The truss rod is set up pretty nice, and it's fairly straight. That's the best thing about, you know, these. If you get one and the neck is not set properly, well, you're pretty much screwed. But if the net is set into these bodies and they're decent wood, hey, as I always say, good bones, everything else is gravy after that. You can fix everything else. Okay? Today, I ended up being able to put this white chip on here, the poker chip. A little bit crooked. But it's going to be fine. I didn't think I was going to be able to put it on originally, but today I was able to maneuver things around and get the switch turned, because originally I had set the switch this way, and I thought that's a pain in the ass, because if you're doing this, you want to be able to go up or down and just go back to the strings instead of going like that. I thought it made sense because the pickups were this way, but this is from a, you know, a mechanical point of view, just for the sake of mechanics and symmetry. But functionally, if you're playing the guitar, that and that is likely best. Now these Vansons, as we've seen on a few other guitars, are quite good. One of my commenters, I can't remember his name, might have been Jimmy, but I can't be sure, told me that when he gets a new guitar, he just takes out the old pickups and throws a set of 57s in there from Vanson. So I had to find Vanson, and I was able to buy them on eBay before they had their own ability to purchase directly from their own website. They had an eBay store, so I had to go through there. So we are full up on everything. What did I put in there? I put in 22 caps so that the darkness is not that dark. We have no effects Well, on the 65 Deluxe Reverb, we are simulating the 4x12 cab, I believe, as usual. Yes, the M version. My standard reverb, my standard delay, all the standard settings, and the amp is still 8 feet away over here to my left, your right, as you look at this, facing that way behind me, so it's not coming directly this way. And it's still 2.5 there on the master control, but the volume in the software is always set to 10. And this is our Vanson 57 bridge in full mode. Wow, eh? That's pretty cool. A split. I left it up with a 762 Fralin. So it sounds kind of singly. Let's go up. Now this neck is a 7.5K, and as usual, a 7.5K in the neck position on an LP style guitar, because of the vibration rate of the strings over this way, produce a lot of output. And these are all Nico pickups, so here I normally have to have this pickup a little bit lower than a standard setup here to kind of balance the two of them out as far as output volume goes. And in the middle, so you get an 8.7 and a 7.5, and what they reduce to in the middle is 4.0. Pretty much 4.0. 8.6, right? Yeah, 8.7. And it doesn't seem to drop a lot of volume at all, right? Actually goes up a little bit because I think the neck is still a little bit hotter. Yeah, and that's because of the neck. But I wire them as usual with independent volume, so in the middle position you can blend, you know, in. You can take some of that out if you want. Some of the boom that comes from this one, take it down. Alrighty, let's ramble a little bit. I'm not going to use the splits. This came up today. I was playing with this, and we'll just see how she goes. Yeah. Thanks so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. Catch you in the next one.